if the first priority for your community is truly rapid job development, the #1 program in the world today has just found you. I'm Bernie Dorman, I'm chairman of CEO Space, and as you look at CEO Space Nation, you're looking at our program for governors, for mayors, for leaders civically, and for nations that would like to apply entrepreneurial rapid development to their communities.
Small businesses are the heart of the American economy. They're responsible for half of all private sector jobs, and they create roughly 70% of all new jobs in the past decade. So small businesses are not only job generators, they're also at the heart of the American dream.
Hello, I'm Peter Roscom, and I work for the people of Illinois' 6th Congressional District. The key to improving our nation's struggling economy depends on the strength and innovation of America's private sector. And by engaging small and growing businesses that fuel our economy and free up the nation's entrepreneurs and job creators to create jobs.
Economic challenges facing the city require us to think outside the box and find new ways of helping to stabilize our economy. Thinking outside the box requires creating a mentor-protege program by utilizing a group of volunteer entrepreneurs and experienced in the fields of finance, marketing, human resources, bonding, and to provide technical assistance to our local businesses.
Built on integrity, CEO Space brings together the world's top fortune trainers, affluent business owners, developing business owners, and entrepreneurs, all in expediting business growth using the only proven cooperative versus competitive business model. CEO Space is not an event. It's a structured program combining real-world accredited business education with real-time methods to acquire quality resources for implementation and dramatically reduce the amount of time to acquire both.
I had the pleasure over 30 years ago to be there at the beginning of a whole new industry called home shopping, and I'm sure many of the people watching this right now, you've heard of home shopping. It started out at a very tiny radio station, and I sold 112 electric can openers on the radio, and that was 33 years ago. And now today the entire industry generates over $10 billion. I love to help people with what I do, and that is I teach people how to perfect their marketing message, how to get their message across about their business or their product or service or idea. And so I love to help people, and here at CEO Space, that's what you see all the time. People helping people. There is no competition, there is only cooperation here.
Many small businesses that were once the cornerstones of their communities are now empty storefronts that haunt our main streets.
Nothing will help you or your community more than investing the small amount it takes to train the entrepreneurs in your community to develop very quickly jobs, tax base, and expanded economic muscle. The way back to full employment is through the small business area, not the large business area. And if you will invite from your city or your locality in your counties or in your regions or in your states at the state government level and plan multi-year, multi-city programs of free enterprise forums, these large educational 10-day events, invite 5,000 of your community where a third of the individuals are at the top as mentors and larger. They're voter blocks and very important constituency at the larger level to mentor and coach. They're giving back and they've agreed to do it. And a third in the middle that are your professionals across the nice spectrum and middle business owners that are successful as well but aren't the superstars at the top third. And the third at the bottom that are your developing new industries, new entire employment-based groups, and small business shop and store owners and inventors. The 2/3 will suck them up. The 2/3 will also go up faster through collaboration and alliance partnering, and we change their entire universe in deliverables from a Sunday to Sunday.
Well, as a former small business owner, this is really dear to my heart, because I know that the small businesses are not only the lifeblood of Asheville, but of all of America. Most of the businesses in this country are small businesses that employ local people. That's the creative juice of the economy in America.
Bottom line is, when our small businesses don't do well, America doesn't do well. So we all have a stake in helping our small businesses grow and succeed. And because small businesses create 2 out of every 3 new jobs in America, our economy depends on it.
We've got the cutting-edge teaching, which is university-level teaching that provides this constantly unfolding and updating latest practical real-world training in various aspects of business that people in the professions, like I'm a psychologist, as you know, and in my profession as well as all of the helping professions and the trades, if we get a good education, we get marvelous education in our profession, but virtually zero in business. And to be in a setting, in these CEO Space forums, where we're not only getting that kind of cutting edge practical education, I really call it a real world equivalent of an entrepreneurial MBA in a Reader's Digest form. But when we're getting not only that, but we're getting the meal table contact with the faculty and mentors, and then the one-on-one meetings where we can really do deep dives in very rapid ways with multiple faculty members and mentors over the course of the days of the CEO Space forums. This is unparalleled, it's unprecedented.
There is no jobs program in the world today that will develop the job response that you're going to see from a free enterprise forum. The press, the positive press in your voter bloc and constituency that you're going to receive in a bipartisan way for hosting a free enterprise forum. We invite you, please come together in a nonpartisan way on a 20-year-old proven, tested commodity that stood the test of time and all over the world had record results. And in the time when we've had this sinking feeling in the economy, nothing's more urgent than leadership taking discretionary money, getting new stimulus money, and applying it in your communities and bringing a free enterprise forum to your community on a schedule that we can work up starting 120 days from now.
As a faculty member, I come and I teach 1 or 3 times a week. I'm in front of a group of people, especially at the meal tables, every day, and yet I'm not selling. I'm not supposed to sell. I'm here, all the faculty is here to help the people that came here looking for that help.
Everyone comes here and we work very hard at understanding the cooperative model and that kind of stuff. And the thrill to me is when we're sitting at these meals tables and people are leaning in. They're anxious to hear what you're doing. They're anxious to understand what you're doing. By the time you get to the end of the week, literally you will have met hundreds of business owners. You will have found your customers. You will have found the networks that can help you solve any of your business problems. It's an accelerator. I've never seen anything like it before. I mean, you know, what do? Open up the yellow pages, start hunting for this? No, they're all right here.
Let me explain to you how powerful a mechanism these appointment cards are. We call them See Me cards. And so we have 6 people around the table. Each of those people are coming around asking for what they need next. And the rest of us around the table have these appointment cards and we're filling them out. Someone may be asking for a contact that they'd like to have a chief financial officer. Someone else may be looking for a branding instructor or a marketing instructor, or strategic planning, whatever. And people fill these out, and probably 50% of the time that person is one of the 5 people you're sitting around the table with. And they meet right there, and they make an appointment for 2 hours later after dinner, and they start building a relationship, and by the end of the week they're making deals. And if someone's not at that table, there's probably someone at the table that just had breakfast. We're at lunch now. They had breakfast with somebody that person needs to meet. I've actually seen them grab them by the hand, take them across the cafeteria or the meeting room, and introduce them to that person right there. They exchange business cards and they make an appointment. And after so many years and so many meals, I've seen it time and time again.
We base things on facts and results. So it's the best thing to do for them, and I would encourage everybody, if you really want to step into your future, step in with both feet. You can't leave one foot behind and one foot in. You got to be fully committed to your future, step into it, and these are the things I need support in. If you tell us what you need support in, we will help you. If you don't tell us, we can help you. And it's a very supportive, nurturing process.
This whole spirit of cooperation is amazing to witness. Yeah. And one of the things I appreciate about CEO Space, and the reason I keep coming back, is no matter how much I give, I seem to receive more.
120 days from now, you can be installing and bringing up every quarter jobs on a level that you couldn't create in any other investment, any other context. All the complexities that make those deliverables come together, we've managed for you. Our team takes off your shoulders. We ask you to do the due diligence on our website, take a look at some of the results on ceospace.net and its films, look at the Show Me the Money film and get a picture of how the capital works as an infusion to your region and helping your up bubbles and all your companies and job creation. Take a look at these very substantial due diligence items on the website. Come to one of the programs, send your staff or management to one of the programs so they can kick the tires and understand it before they make their buying decision. Test drive the car, and then bring it to your community. We've let you see how large these trade shows are and what they function and look like. If you will underwrite and sponsor these so we can plant them in your community, your unemployment is going to go away. And I've spent my life serving and supporting the entrepreneur, and I can't wait to make sure that life work helps your community in our next step together.
I want to think I'm a person of integrity. And you commented earlier, I used to be a CPA. But the CPA profession has very strict moral and ethical codes. And one of the reasons I joined the profession is because their ethical codes were consistent with my personal ethical codes. CEO Space is a place where I can associate with the board, I can associate with the faculty, and we've all made that commitment to give, but to do the right things.
This is not about people selling either. I can't emphasize that enough. We come here to coach. Nobody's selling you anything. They're here to connect you, solve your problems, have a good time with you, get to know your business. And I'll get away from here after being here for 7-8 days. I'll get away from here and I'll think of somebody and I'll call them on the phone and say, hey, I just thought of someone else that may have been for them 6 years ago. That connectivity is going on times thousands of people.
The Sovereign Cities Program, sponsored by CEO Space International. For more information on the Sovereign Cities Program, please visit us online at ceospacenation.com.